Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Engineers. I know guys, it's been a very long time because if you didn't know, I've been busy at uni doing a lot of important assignment work, and so I didn't really have enough time to actually record videos. If you ever wonder where I am, if I haven't uploaded in a while, make sure you join Discord. I always leave updates and stuff in there, so you know what I'm doing. Anyway, let's get straight on to today's video, which is looking at more trains, and in particular train carriages, or the modules which I've decided to make, which go onto these train carriages. So we've got the train carriages there, and we've got the modules there. And we're going to be talking about them today. But before we get onto this part, I need to show you how we actually started in the first place. So let's cast our minds back and go straight to that point. Don't you just love the mess of busy, like when you're busy working? Oh boy, so much stuff happens. So, where should we begin? Well, I believe we should start with this is the first modules I was designing. So these modules were quite simple. It was entirely closed into boxes. And I made two variants, and I even went onto my Discord and asked people which one they preferred. So out of the bigger modules, so these ones I believe hold 12 large cargo containers, and these ones which hold 8 large cargo containers. And it wasn't a matter of, you know, choose the one that holds more. It was the one that, which one do you think looks better? And yeah, this design used 2 connectors and 1 merge block, and then this one used 1 connector and 2 merge blocks. So, a lot changed. I built a bed which held a load of merge blocks, because if you didn't know in this game, merge blocks, if you powered down the merge blocks, if I press this button here, this box is now completely detached from this bed. And same if I turn on, it locks back onto it. So a lot of cool stuff can happen. We have a lot of other stuff here, which it's going to be a bit of a sneak peek into the following video. So, yeah, stay tuned for that soon. And then this is where I sort of got on to more of the designs of, you know, unique type parts. So this obviously is a battery module. We have a cargo module. And we have a hydrogen-based module. And yeah, we went further along to experiment further with the tracks a little bit to see if different wheels would work on a bed or not. But this is a main carriage that I came up with. So it uses my same wheel locking mechanism. It gets a little bit lower in the middle so we can store stuff in it if we need. I haven't got anything in there, it's just blocks. And then we have yeah, all these merge blocks. But then things changed. So when I was in development of these, as you may have noticed, they are 3 points instead of like however many this is, 10. So it required me to build a whole new bed, and that's where we go all the way back to where we began. See, we've come in a full loop. So these are the train carriages, or at least the flatbed train carriages. Because my plan for these trains is I'm going to have an entire arsenal of every single thing you can imagine. And that is all going to go in here. My blueprint manager. So if I went and searched flatbed at the moment, you'll see I have 4 flatbeds. Now these may all look identical, and that is because they are. Apart from one main difference, I guess we should say. If I went into any one of these, right, they're all labelled flatbed 1. Apart from I really should get rid of these buttons. There we go. All flatbed 1 parts, all in groups. If I went to this one, all flatbed 2 groups. I'm going to have to do this on every single one, aren't I? Cool. If I went to flatbed 3, oh, you'll never guess what. is all flatbed 3 stuff, and they're even named. Oh, I'm so good. And then if I came over to this one as well, and then look through this panel, yeah, flatbed 4. And that's for one key main reason. And I really didn't have to do it for the entire thing, but I was going to do it anyway, so I might as well. These buttons are designed to switch the state of the module on top if it's locked or not. If I was to just copy and paste the same one over and over again, all of the groups would get combined into one group. Meaning if I clicked this button, it would turn off all these merge blocks, but it would also turn off all the merge blocks for every other carriage on the train. That's bad. So instead, I designed it in a way where I can just turn off the ones I want. It also means I can, you know, have independent things on all these wheels and everything else going on. And it's all nice and cool. Now that's the same as these modules, the main part of this video really. These modules are also entirely named. So the actual info of this is hydrogen module 1 because this is the hydrogen module. And of course it's the first one of the group. And that's the same for every single one of these. These is the cargo module 1. And then we have obviously the battery module 1 over there. I believe this one's probably the easiest way to see it. If I go into this cargo module, obviously I have a lot of the stuff unnamed where I don't need it to be named, but a lot of the important stuff obviously is all named. If I went into the inventory screen, you'll see, and if this is what will be really cool, right? So if I had a load of these modules sat in a warehouse all getting filled up, then I'll be able to transport them away using this lifting system. So I'll be able to build some kind of crane, lift it up, move it over, and put it onto an actual train car. But obviously when I'm filling all these bits up, you would, let's say we went to cargo 1, right? So this would be like a cargo module 1. It only shows all of the cargo in that particular thing. So you'll be able to organize all these cargo inventories. Obviously I have all of these connectors turned off because I don't need them to store anything. And yeah, a really, really smart design. I also completely redesigned all these modules. So you can see here, we have 8 hydrogen tanks. We have 8 cargo boxes. And then we have, I believe these are batches of 4 each. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 32. We have 32 batteries, which quite a lot. And it also obviously all has the same type of connector. If you want to see the inside of these blocks or modules, leave me a comment to say you should do this. And if I get enough comments of people wanting to see the insides and how I actually built these, maybe I will. Another thing I've got is if anyone has or is good at designing logos or anything, I've got displays on each one of these things. And if I find a good sort of logo for like a train company or something, maybe I will add one. So if you are a designer and you're willing to make me a little logo for some kind of train company, or if you've got a good name for my train company, leave a message in the video comment section. And also join my Discord because we have a little arty point where you can actually upload them. But yeah, that's a shameless plug done. Let's move on to the actual main part of it, shall we? So this, obviously I haven't built the crane yet. But imagine this is the crane, right? So it can lift it all the way over. And then it lifts it all the way to the actual merge block and then drops it. And it attaches. Also, I love this little wobble. We have this wobble because these are actually an odd number where the actual train car is an even number. So I actually have to have rotors in a diagonal line and then another rotor on top. It's kind of mad. As you can see, look. Ah, these look so good. And I can do the same for this one. So if I plonk this one onto there. Nice. And, oops, no. And if I plonked this one onto here. Like that. Look at them. I'm really happy with these modules. I think they look really cool. I think the Hydron one could be maybe a little bit taller, but I think they're pretty good. And then we have this little... I haven't built an actual train body yet. I've been focusing on the more cargo side and the rail side. But it's as simple as drop it in, just like that. And then what you can do, if you really need to, go into this menu. So this is technically a flatbed 4 that I've modified, but it's fine. If you go to the center wheels, if you go to the lower wheels and add them, that did not work because I need to go to the high wheels and lower them down. So then I can add the lower wheels. So then I can raise it back up. Perfect. Also, I really need to slow down these. Right, perfect. So we can attach just there. We can attach just here. And I just want to say that none of this stuff is finalized. I may make these a little bit shorter or closer together because these are actually quite far apart. So I might change the design a little bit. Is this... Can this attach or not yet? Oh, it can. Nice. And then I have these little buttons here, which basically just make all of these joints go floppy. And obviously, each one of these are its own independent group. So, as you can see, independent, can move freely. And then from here, we can pull the entire train along. So yeah, you can see very modular design. And this is what I've got to so far. I'm really happy with these rails. I think they look really good. And this is a little bit of a teaser, actually, of what we have to come in the future. Working out how to actually build the rails on our own. So, stay tuned for more in the future. That's all I've got time for today. So, hopefully you are enjoying this almost little mini-series of seeing how far I can get on with these trains. And if you are enjoying it, make sure you hit the like button and maybe subscribe to the channel if you're new. Helps me out a lot. And don't forget to join the Discord. Anyway, my name has been Quantum Chief, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!